Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog Farmhouse on Boone.com and Micah, and today I want to show you how to make very simple, less work applesauce in the Instant Pot. We just had Christmas, as you know, and I bought apples from the FFA group in the area, and then also had someone gift me some apples, and there's just way too many apples laying around the house. So today I got to making some applesauce, and I tried making it in the Instant Pot, and I want to share with you that process because it was super simple. No cutting or peeling or anything like that, and so I want to show you how I did it. So I'm going to start by filling up my Instant Pot with apples, and I'm not going to cut them. All I've done so far is wash them. I'm just going to put them in as is. Now on the first batch I had enough apples to completely fill it up to the top, which was probably about 15 apples. This time they're almost to the top, not quite. Now when you fill it to the top with your 15 apples, add about a cup of water. I'm gonna add a half a cup because I have more like 10 apples left at this point after already making a half gallon plus another quart. So I've filled it up with about 10 apples. You can add about 15 and a cup of water. I added 10. I'm going to add about a half a cup of water, filtered water of course. Now the first time I did this, I added a little bit too much water. It still turned out good and it set up and made nice applesauce, but I think it is better if you have a little bit less liquidy. And the apples have so much liquid on their own that you don't really want to add much at all. Whenever I make it on the stovetop, I hardly add any at all. So fill it up, add a cup of water, and then put the lid on. Make sure you have on your silicone piece that makes it come to pressure. So set it to the sealing position, not venting, but sealing. Now it has some preset times for different things like rice, multigrain porridge, soup, meat, beans, chili, poultry. Just pick one. I'm just gonna pick poultry because I have it set for 30 minutes and that's what I want it to do, is 30 minutes. So whatever one you pick, just set it to 30 minutes and then on high pressure. Make sure it's set to the sealing position and then just let it cook for 30 minutes. Now to remove the peels and seeds and stem and core and all that of the apple, I'm gonna use one of these food mills. Now my grandma gave me this a few years ago, but you can still find them today, and I will link one below from Amazon. I pretty much only use this for applesauce making, but to me it makes it really easy because otherwise you need to peel and cut and core the apples. With this, you can just cook them whole and then remove all of the pulp and excess stuff by turning it in the food mill. So that's what I did to make all of this applesauce, and that's what I'm gonna do for this. This now has cooked the full 30 minutes, and now I'm gonna release the pressure, which I've never used a pressure cooker. It's very steamy process, so just kind of step back, and I like to move it away from underneath here because I don't want all of that condensation under my cabinets. So you just click it into the venting position and then just let it all release. Now I'm just gonna take this food mill, and if you aren't familiar with how these work, they basically, the inside turns around like this and it pushes through all of the applesauce but leaves the peels and the stems and everything that you don't want on the top. So I'm going to take off my lid and ladle into here my applesauce that has all the peels, and it's nice and cooked but has quite a bit of peels and pulp. Now you don't want to get this thing completely full because it kind of clogs up and then you can't get everything out. But you just turn and turn and turn, and then I like to sometimes reverse and go backwards to remove peels that are pressed against the holes that are preventing the applesauce from getting through. So I'll turn clockwise to get applesauce through, and then I'll go backwards to remove the peels so that it's not clogged, and I'll keep going clockwise. You've got the peels and pulp on top and the seeds, and then you've got the applesauce at the bottom. And then you're gonna wanna empty all of these peels out because you don't really want to put more in over top of it because it'll all get kind of clogged up. So I get a bowl and I put all of these things I don't want in it, and then that's going to go to my chickens. Now, after I get this all in here, I like to stir in a little bit of cinnamon. If you like things sweeter, you could of course add some honey. Probably just about a teaspoon for these 10 apples that I did. Just give it a little stir. And your house is gonna smell absolutely incredible. It'll set up a little bit more after it sits. It won't be quite this liquidy. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it through this funnel into my jars. I like to use wide mouth jars always because they're easier to clean. You can get your hand down in there and get them clean, whereas the little not wide mouth jars are impossible to get in without some kind of bottle brush or, you know, and those things get dirty, so I just don't like to mess with them. So I'm a wide mouth jar user. So these, looks like these 12 apples are gonna make about 3 pints. Now I am offering on the blog a free printable, so you can make these really cute little jars and maybe just to have them up in your pantry look nice, or in your fridge. If you want to gift them, they'll look pretty that way. So if you're doing the full Instant Pot full, you'll probably have closer to 4 jars. Earlier I made 2 Instant Pots worth and I've got a half gallon and a quart. All right, so that's how easy it is to make fresh applesauce in the Instant Pot. I want to show you this applesauce after it's set up quite a bit. So it does get a lot less liquidy after it sits. So you can see this is a really great applesauce consistency. Be sure to visit farmhouseonboone.com to get your free applesauce printable and to see all of my other food from scratch, natural living in a handmade home. If you're new here and you like that kind of content, please hit that subscribe button. I come on here about twice a week to make videos related to those topics, and I would love to have you following along. So thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.